and integration testing, right?
Yes.
Right. From here we learn our subject, system testing. We know our job is doing system testing in any company, correct? What is system testing? Testing the system is called system testing. So what is system testing? Validating the functional requirement. First we need to check all functional requirements working properly or not. All functionalities working as per the end user expectations or not. It is called functional testing. Once the functional testing is done, we need to focus on validating the non-functional requirements of the product. Appearance wise good or not, UI testing, easily operatable, understandable and operatable by end customers or not, usability testing, all required security conditions are correctly made in the website or not, security testing, or application properly visible, properly navigatable, properly working across various devices, various browsers or not, compatibility testing, our application capable of handling multiple users at a given point of time or not, load testing, how speedily the system is responding, performance testing, all together comes under system testing job. Precisely validating the functional requirement, non-functional requirements in a customer business point of view is called system testing. It is our job. From here we learn functional testing and non-functional testing in deep as it is our job. Take it. System testing. Validating functional requirements. Validating functional requirements and non-functional requirements. Validating functional requirements and non-functional requirements in an end user point of view, not in technical direction. In an end user point of view is called system testing. Validating functional requirements, non-functional requirements in an end user point of view is called system testing. Precisely, the system testing broadly classified into functional testing. The other one is non-functional testing. So what comes under non-functional? UI, usability, the security, or there can be anything, compatibility,
performance testing,
load, performance, all comes under non-functional testing. I quickly note down this diagram. System testing can be broadly classified into functional testing and non-functional testing. Here non-functional testing includes UI testing, usability testing, security testing, compatibility testing, load testing and performance testing. In any real-time company, this is your job. For doing this functional testing, non-functional testing, companies are hiring test engineers. Right. So any project given to you, at first you start from functional testing or non-functional testing.
Functional testing.
Any project, the first priority and high priority goes to functional testing. This order may change from project to project. Supposing, say we are testing a website like IRCTC. After functional testing, next priority goes to, say we are testing a website like IRCTC, online train booking application. Any project, first priority and high priority goes to functional testing. And 90% of our time we invest for doing functional testing. If 100 hours is the estimated time for doing the entire system testing, I will say 90% of our time we invest in doing only functional testing. UI usability will not take much amount of time. In the non-functional testing, load and performance testing will take little amount of time. Doing load testing, doing performance testing will need some good amount of time. Checking the logo properly visible or not, background color good or not, system easily understandable or not, or application properly visible across various browsers or not, will not take much amount of time. Hope you are getting what I am trying to say. 90% of our time we have to invest, schedule for doing only functional testing job. This is a reason you'll find more job openings for doing functional testing either manually or using a tool like Selenium. Selenium used for automating functional testing job. Selenium is a tool used for automating functional testing areas in a project. Using Selenium, you cannot do UI testing, usability testing, load and performance testing. To automate load and performance testing, we have some tools like LoadRunner, JMeter, whereas Selenium is a tool specially made for automating functional testing. Don't think using one tool, Selenium, we can do everything. No. WhatsApp is a tool made for only messaging purpose. Gmail is a tool made for only mailing purpose. GPay is a tool made for online payment purpose. Different apps, application made for different purposes. Like Selenium is a software made for only automating functional testing job in the project. Using Selenium, we cannot do load testing and performance testing. To automate load and performance testing, we have the tools like LoadRunner, JMeter. Understand my point here? UI testing, usability testing, any project we can do manually. There are no tools in the market for automating UI, usability, security, compatibility. Two types of testing can be automated. Functional testing job can be automated. Load and performance testing job can be automated. To automate load testing, performance testing, we have some tools like JMeter, Apache JMeter. Java Meter, shortly called JMeter, introduced by an organization called Apache Software Foundation. What is the company name I said? Chapati? Apache Software Foundation. Right. Apache JMeter, LoadRunner, QA Load, WebLoad, NeoLoad. There are many other tools in the market, specially made for automating load and performance testing. Selenium, QTP, Tosca. These kind of tools are made for automating functional testing job. Further, we'll talk about that. So finally, validating the functional requirement, non-functional requirement, not in a technical direction, in a end user point of view, is called system testing. Here, the first priority and high priority goes to functional testing. So let us talk about the functional testing in deep, as it is our job. Unit testing just for 15 minutes I have explained, because it is not our job. It is a developer job. If I am a Java developer, I'll teach unit testing and integration testing for 15 days. If I am a developer. After writing the code, they need to have a code review. They need to run their code and test. For doing this unit testing, if it is Java programs, There is a tool in the market called JUnit. JUnit. What is that? Java unit testing tool. If it is Python code, to validate the Python code, there is a tool in the market called PyUnit, Python unit testing tool, NUnit, C#.NET unit testing tool. I was not discussed about them because you are not a developer here. Understand the point here? So 10-15 minutes we have discussed about unit testing, integration testing, just the definition what is what, because that is not our job, developer job in a company. As functional testing and non-functional testing is our job, we have to learn this functional testing and non-functional testing in a detailed manner. Let us focus on this. In the name itself, very clear, functional testing, validating, checking all functionalities working properly or not is called functional testing. How generally the functional testing carried out in organizations? In order to do effective functional testing, in order to do functional testing in a very effective manner, we follow some methods or we follow some techniques. Functional testing types they are called. Different ways of doing functional testing. Note on the topic, functional testing types. Functional testing types. Functional testing types. What do you mean by functional testing types? Different ways of doing functional testing. Functional testing methods, functional testing approaches, functional testing types, all are same. Approach, methodology, procedure, all meaning is same. Functional testing types, functional testing methods. Listen, some project given to you for testing, there are many features to be tested. Before we start testing all of the features of the product in a very detailed manner, first we need to carry out smoke testing or sanity testing. So let us talk about what is this smoke testing and what is this sanity testing. One of the must asked interview question. Here we are going to learn from here what is smoke testing, what is sanity testing, what is called formal testing, what is ad hoc testing, what is retesting, what is regression testing, kind of functional testing approaches. You heard about these terminologies anywhere? Smoke testing, sanity testing, retesting, regression testing? No? Okay, let us talk about all these terminologies in deep one by one. Okay, let us start from, what is the first topic? Smoke testing and sanity testing. Take the first topic. Smoke testing. Okay. First we'll talk about smoke testing, further we'll talk about sanity testing. Otherwise take it here, smoke testing and sanity testing. Smoke testing and sanity testing, both are relevant actually. Like retesting, regression testing are relevant. Smoke testing, sanity testing also relevant topics. So what is this smoke testing? What is this sanity testing? Try to understand. What's your qualification? BTech. Which group? Computer science. Same. No, same, okay. Group. Mechanical. Anybody from electronics? Any online team member?
Yes.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
One second.
Yes, sir.
I want
Yes,
a
sir.
student from electronics background.
No, sir.
Yes, any one student who is from BTech electronics background.
Yes, sir. Sayyid Anas.
Syed, good Syed. Syed, did you made any motherboard in your engineering?
Yes, sir.
Did you made any motherboard? That is I am asking.
Yes, sir. I did. I made.
Any PCB?
Yes, sir. PCP.
Okay. After manufacturing a new board, there are lots of transistors or ICs. All are wired, connected together with a soldering or some wiring, correct?
Yes, sir.
Assumption, A new motherboard is manufactured. This motherboard will have lots of components. All are connected with a soldering, some wiring. A new motherboard is manufactured. We need to test all functions of the board. We need to test all functionalities of the board. All board functionalities working properly or not. Syed, will you tell me the approach generally how you test it?
Sir, it's been a long time.
Long back. Okay. If you ask me to test all the motherboard functionalities, newly constructed motherboard functionality, first we apply some power. After applying the power, put it for observation for 5-10 minutes. Don't test it first. Is there any smoke coming out? When the smoke will come? If any wrong connections are made,
Short
there is a
circuit.
chance of getting a smoke. The fuse may burst, the transistors may burst, something like this. After applying the power, rather than testing all of the features of the board one by one in D, we'll put it for observation for 5-10 minutes. When no smoke coming, all connections are made correctly. So it is in a testable position. Now we start testing all of the features one after another. If there is any smoke coming, will you continue testing?
No.
Immediately we remove the power, rectify the issue, again we apply the power, next 5-10 minutes put it for observation. When no smoke coming, it is in a testable condition. Because of improper wiring or improper connection, when there is some smoke coming, that board is not in a testable condition. If it is testable, no smoke coming, then we continue further testing. If there is any smoke, not in a testable condition, we do not continue further. Agree? Similar kind of test approach we have to follow for newly constructed applications also. The first version of your project is created, new build. Many programmers made some logic code, integrated. The code compiled or converted into first version of the system. Version 1, build 1. Build meaning any executable format of the code can be called as a build. Code will be converted into that mobile APK or web application that can be called as a build. The first build you have received, so many features to be tested. Don't test immediately. Generally, you know, if you are testing a web application, there will be one database server, there will be one application server. Your systems are accessing the code and data available in the app server and database server. Lots of connections, database connections, app connections are made. The first version created, given to us, let's say there are about 100 features to be tested. Before we start testing all 100 features of the product indeed, one by one, have a small rough check. First of all, the given build, first build, is in a testable position, in a testable condition or not. So what do you mean by this? Supposing we are testing one banking product. Totally, there are about 100 features to be tested. 10 days is the time scheduled for a team, QA team, for testing all 100 features. 10 days is the time allotted for testing all 100 features of the product. At first, I started from the home page functionalities. There are many links available in the header section and footer section. 1 day of time we spent for testing the home page features. Second day, we have tested login related, change pass related, some other features. Like third day, fourth day is over. 40 features already covered out of 100. Out of 100, 40 features already covered, tested. 4 days is finished. Fifth day, I started testing a functionality in the banking product, new customer registration. In the banking application, there is a feature called new customer registration. If a customer opening an account in a bank, first we have to create the customer account. Then deposit, withdrawals and other things are coming to the picture. Okay, right. there is some issue in the new customer registration. When we enter all the details and click submit button, it is showing a runtime error, connection timed out something. Page cannot be displayed something. Again, I enter some data and click submit button, same error I am getting. I am getting finally some runtime error. There is a defect. Where? Where is the defect? New customer registration feature. Okay. The remaining features in the banking product, next one, deposit functionality. Next one, withdrawal functionality. Next one, customer can do some money transfer. Customer can make some online bills payment. These are the remaining features. Need to be tested. In the middle, I encountered an issue. Customer registration functionality not working. Remaining functionalities, deposits, withdrawal, online money transfer, bills payment, all are dependent to customer registration. Agreed? Because for deposit functionality testing, what is the first input? Customer account number. In which account you are depositing this amount. You want to make a withdrawal, from which account you are withdrawing the amount. Like money transfer, online payment also. Here customer registration not working. When I encountered this issue, when I encountered this problem in the given scenario, 5th day. Totally how much time given to you for testing this product? 10 days. 4 days over, 5th day I encountered an issue, new customer registration functionality not working. All remaining features, most of the remaining features are dependent to this customer registration. What to do now? We report the problem to developer. What is the problem here? New customer registration not working. Developer will take some amount of time to resolve this bug. Will you able to continue further testing? Deposits, withdrawal, online payment, bills payment, online money transfer, all are dependent to customer registration. Because of this bug, until unless this bug is rectified, you cannot go further testing. Now you communicated to your team lead. So given project is not in a testable position. Remaining features we are not in a position to continue further testing. When you are reporting to your team lead? After 4-5 days, correct? If I am the lead, my question to you, 5 days back an application given to you for testing. After 5 days you are saying, after 4 days you are saying, there are many major issues. We cannot continue further testing. Okay, they give the modified version after bug fixes. Again, you have to start from the beginning, right? So meaning the 4 days of time, whatever you spend, is a waste for the organization or not? You are understanding what point I am highlighting? Online team, are you getting the point what I am highlighting here?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So
Yes,
there
sir.
is a possibility, there is some risk like this. What is the professional way of doing testing? Once you get the first version or second version, any new version for testing, don't test it immediately in detail. Have a small rough check, have a small quick check where you verify all major features are available or not. All major features are available. Now we make a decision, okay, it is in a testable condition. It is in a testable condition. Login functionality, customer registration, deposits, withdrawals, money transfer, online bills payment, all the critical areas of the product, important features of the product. So first have a small rough check. All major functionalities are available or not in the given project to continue further testing. To make a decision whether the application is in a testable condition or not, have a small quick check to confirm whether all major features are available or not, the given application is consistently operatable or not, to make a decision whether to continue further testing or reject the build back to the development team. Whenever you receive a build 1 or build 2 or build 3 or build 20, whatever, have a small rough test, have a small quick check in order to make a decision, first of all, whether the given application eligible to continue further testing or not. Understand my point here? Yes, all major features are available. So definitely every build will have some issues. Will you expect a build from the development team with no bugs? Definitely every application will have some bugs. But if these bugs are showstoppers, until unless these bugs are rectified, we cannot go for the testing. We can immediately reject the build back to development team saying that there are many major issues, so given application not in a testable condition, we cannot continue for the testing. Look into the issue. All major features are available. Yes, I make a decision testable. Now I start continuing for the testing. Like this. I'll start with a very simple example first. You know this application, simple calculator. Assume that me, one of the team member tester, asked to check all the functionalities of this calculator application. There are many features to be tested. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, square root, percentage. There are many other features to be tested, m plus, m minus, many things. First, what I do, let's say approximately there are about 25 features to be tested. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, square root, etc. 25 features to be tested. I don't start testing all features one by one in detail now. Assume that this is the first build given to me for testing. What I will do, before I start testing all of the features in a very deep manner, first I'll perform a small rough check. First of all, this calculator in a testable condition or not. How? Keenly observe what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Clear. Okay. All buttons are available or not? Okay. Then 10 plus 20, 30. Addition functionality also available. Minus 5, 25. Subtraction also available. Multiplied by 2, 50. Divide by 2, 25. Clear. Okay. So what is your decision now? Really, did I tested anything in detail? No. Yes, online team. Did I tested anything in the?
No.
No.
Seriously, if I want to test addition,
No.
first I have to, if I really want to test addition, first I have to check addition with two positive integers, like 10 and 20. Next time I have to test addition with two negative integers, minus 10, minus 20. Next time with a combination of positive and negative integers. Next time with two real numbers. In various ways we have to test it. Did I cover like that? No. Then what I did? I just verified, yes, what is the word you use? Basic. All basic features, the important features are first of all available and they are operatable or not. Really, I was not tested anything in detail. I had a small check whether all basic functionalities are available in the given application or not to make a decision whether the given project is in a testable condition or not. This kind of rough test or a quick test carried out on the given application to make a decision whether it is in a testable position or not is called smoke testing, also called sanity testing. Smoke testing also called sanity testing. There's a small difference between smoke testing and sanity testing. We'll talk. We'll discuss about it. So what is the objective behind doing smoke testing, finding the bugs? Purpose of doing this smoke testing or sanity testing to find out the bugs?
No.
No, because we are not testing anything in detail. Smoke testing objective is, sanity testing objective is not finding the bugs. Smoke testing, sanity testing carried out on the given project. A quick test carried out on the given project to make a decision, first of all, whether it is in a testable condition or not, eligible to continue further in detail testing or not. Calculate application eligible to continue further deep testing or not? Yes, because all major features are available. Similarly, let me explain on one of our web project, this banking project. Assumption, I am one of the team members asked to test admin module of this project. Me scheduled for testing admin module functionalities of this project. Assumption, this is the first build, first version. I click home. Okay. I'm clicking branches. New branch. Edit. Branch updated. Delete. Branch deleted. New branch creation functionality. Modification, branch modification feature, branch deletion feature. I go to roles, new role registration, new user registration, new employee registration, employee modification, employee deletion, what I'm doing here? Yes, what I'm doing? Really, am I testing the functionalities in detail? I'm just cross-checking.
No.
All features are available in the given project or not to continue further testing. I click change password. Oh, one moment. Login as administrator. All requirements, all functionalities are available. There is a runtime error at change password. Except the change password, remaining all features are available to continue further. What is your decision now? Now, whatever I did now, it is called smoke testing because I was not tested anything in deep. Just I verified all major features are available or not. Available or not? But change password, there is an issue.
Yes.
Except the change password, remaining all features are available. What is your decision? Will you accept this application to continue further testing or you are going to reject the build?
We will give the application to developer.
See, the objective of this smoke testing and sanity testing, either accepting the build to continue further testing or rejecting the build back to the development team saying that given system not in a testable condition. There are two outcomes of doing smoke testing or sanity testing. Accepting the application, continuing further in detail testing, or rejecting the build back to the development team saying that given application not in a testable position. Now you answer me. In behalf of you, I did smoke testing on the admin module, say. Are you going to accept this admin module to continue further testing? Are you going to reject the build back to the development team saying that it is not in a testable condition? What is your decision?
It is not in it.
Not testing, bill back to developer.
To give the application back to the developer. Why, madam?
Developer.
Why?
Because
Change
password
password.
is important.
Password is some defect.
No need to give back. Change password is end user's option.
No need to give back.
Yes.
There is error in change password.
Yes, I agree. There is a defect in change password. Because of change password not working, you are going to reject the build back saying the system not in a testable position.
No.
Only change password is not available. Remaining all are available. Got it? So what
We
is
can
your
continue.
okay?
We need
Somebody
to
said
log a defect.
because of change password not working, we are going to reject. Means, are you expecting 100% bug-free product from the developers?
No.
No.
No, sir.
Obviously,
For every sorry. For every minor issue, if you are saying to the developer, given application not in a testable position, rejecting meaning we cannot continue further testing. For every minor issue, then you start rejecting the build saying the system not in a testable condition, I cannot continue further testing, you never continue testing. We cannot, because definitely every application will have the bugs. For that reason, you are working on that. Don't expect a bug-free product from the developer. Definitely every build will have the bugs. The bugs you have encountered during the smoke testing or sanity testing, the problems what you have encountered are the showstoppers. Until unless they rectified, we cannot go further testing. Now there is no option, we have to reject the build back to the development team. Got it? Here we accept the build, we have to test all the features, but we communicate the change password problem to the developer, we continue remaining, because remaining all are available. Supposing when I click branches, it is not responding. When I click employees, there is a runtime error coming. Change password, there is a runtime error coming. There are many issues. Now you feel it's a waste of my time continuing further testing. In that scenario, we can reject. For one or two problems, for every minor issue, we should not reject the build. In this scenario, I log in as administrator, right? The login not working. It is a showstopper bug, correct? First of all, what you mean by showstopper bug? Until unless the problem rectified, we cannot continue further testing. Such kind of bugs are called showstopper bugs. If the login functionality not available, not working, I cannot log in to continue further. In that scenario, I can reject the build back to the development team. Or many major issues we can reject. For one or two issues, we should not reject the application back to the developer. So in this scenario, we accept the application to continue further testing. First, we communicate this change password problem to developer. Then we start testing remaining all of the features one by one in detail. Hope you are getting it right. So, kind of a small rough test, kind of a small quick test carried out on the given project to make a decision whether it is in a testable condition or not is called smoke testing. If the smoke testing objective is not finding the bugs, smoke testing objective is to make a decision, first of all, whether the given build 1 or build 2 or build 3, whatever. Whenever you receive an application from the developer, in order to continue further testing, first we make a small rough check, this application eligible to continue further testing or not. Such a small check is called smoke testing, also called sanity testing. Make a definition first. Smoke testing and sanity testing. It is a kind of a quick test. It is a kind of a quick test or rough test. It is a kind of a quick test or a rough test carried out on the given project, carried out on the given application, kind of a rough test, kind of a quick test carried out on the given application to decide whether it is in a testable condition or not, whether it is in a testable condition or not, whether it is in a testable condition or not is called smoke testing or sanity testing. Is called smoke testing or sanity testing. So whenever a project given to you for testing, have a small check to make a decision, first of all, whether the given application ready to continue further testing or not. Such small check is called smoke testing or sanity testing. Yes.
Once we perform testing, like basic testing,
Hmm.
and then we access the build, what if we face a runtime error after entering all the details?
After entering,
All the details, as we told before. After entering all the details and clicking on enter or submit.
that's what that we have to check in the smoke testing. See what I'm doing. Then see in the previously what I did, new branch creation functionality available or not. We have to input some basic details and click submit button. Am I able to create a new branch creation functionality available or not? New employee registration functionality available or not? We have to fill the basic details and click submit button. There we are getting a runtime error. The application not in a testable condition, we have to reject. But see, supposing new branch creation, branch name minimum 4 characters, maximum 40 characters, such kind of conditions we are not focusing during the smoke testing or sanity testing. Just you check all the basic features are available or not. New branch creation working or not. But we don't test in different inputs like this. Just we fill some basic details and click submit button. We fill some basic details in employee registration, click submit button. So new branch registration, employee registration, role registration, everything is available. Yes, available. So testable. Now we concentrate in the, because in the new branch registration there are many fields available. Branch name, address 1, address 2, there are some mandatory field. There are some optional field. Branch name minimum 6 characters, maximum 40 characters. 5 characters it should not accept. 41 characters it should not accept. Are you focusing like this during smoke testing? No. Understand? Just a small basic check whether all features are available, testable. To make a decision, we do this kind of smoke testing or sanity testing. Clear about it. Here the objective is not finding the bug. Objective is to confirm whether the given application ready to go and continue further testing or not. Okay. What is the difference between the smoke testing and sanity testing? Almost both are one and the same, but there is a small difference between smoke testing and sanity testing. Check out this one. Just for a moment, you go through the slide. You try to understand this, I'll explain. Online team, you also try to understand this slide, I'll explain. First, you try to understand something. Here I given what is the difference between smoke testing and sanity testing. You receive multiple builds, right? Build 1, build 2, build 3, build 4, multiple versions, right? Every version need to be deeply tested, correct? In the very beginning builds, build 1, build 2, build 3, can I say fresh builds? Just constructed application, which are relatively not stable, unstable builds. Beginning versions almost fail. In the beginning versions, very beginning version, you will face many issues, correct? Microsoft last 30 years, they are working on the product Windows, correct? 30 years back, they released the first version of the Windows. Today we have Windows 11. Many builds are created in between, correct? Build 1, build 1.1, build 1.2, build 1.3. There are many, in 30 years, many changes made to Windows. Okay. Windows 10, Windows 11, stable versions or not? Stable meaning usable versions, correct? Because many last 30 years, many times system compiled, many times system tested, stable versions. Windows 10, Windows 9, Windows 8, all are stable versions. Not the very beginning build of the Windows, correct? Windows 1, Windows 1.1, Windows 1.2, there may be many issues. In the very beginning builds, because just now programmers created many code, first time the code converted into one application, build 1. Many programs are converted into first time as first build 1. There may be many issues in the very beginning versions, unstable builds. In the very beginning builds, which are unstable builds, if you had a small check whether the build 1 or build 2 or build 3 are in a testable condition or not, it is called smoke testing. Why the name smoke testing here? Beginning version, there are chances of failure, smoke may come. Like the electronics example I have given, motherboard example. In the later versions, build number 21, build number 22, build number 23, meaning build number 21 meaning 20 builds already tested, correct?
Yes.
Maybe at this point of time, almost system will be stable. 20 times already tested. If there are many bugs, they will be rectified by this time. The later versions like build number 20, build number 21, build number 23, on the later versions, you had a small check. Build number 21 is in a testable condition or not. Build number 22 given to us is in a testable condition or not. Such approach is called sanity testing. Relative at the end of the development life cycle on the very stable builds is called sanity testing. See, there's no much difference between smoke testing and sanity testing. Approach is same, quick check. Objective is same, whether the first build or second build or build number 21 or build number 22, whatever, they are in a testable condition or not. Approach is same, purpose also same, but in the very beginning builds, almost chances of getting a smoke, failures, the terminology we use as smoke testing. On the later version, almost at the end of the development life cycle, fully stable version because 20 to 30 times already they have tested, such testing approach is called sanity testing. Only this is the comparison between the smoke testing and sanity testing. Hope you understood this, right? Online team, did you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you conduct a
Yes, sir.
quick test on the very beginning version, unstable versions, it is called smoke testing. When you had a quick test on the later versions, fully stable versions, before we continue further testing, see, build number 21 given to me. Already many times the system was tested. Bugs are reported, they resolve, give the next build, next build, next build, next build. Every build we have tested, retested. Almost at this time, some new features are added, next version created. Some new features are added, next version created. But 20 times already tested. Fully stable, almost no chance of getting a smoke. Initial stage of a motherboard, there may be a lot of mistakes in the soldering or wiring. Many times motherboard tested. Now you are adding a new component. Almost you don't get a chance of a smoke because many times already it is tested. You added one more component today. Already connections and everything is stable now. A new component added. Next version of the motherboard need to be tested. Here this is called sanity testing. Please note down this diagram. I'll give the notes based on this. One of the must ask interview question: what is smoke testing? What is sanity testing? What is the difference between smoke testing and sanity testing? Take it.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, is smoke testing and testing done by manual or automation?
See, if we are working on very clear, madam, any work, you feel difficulty in doing it manually, then only we think about going for automation. Agree?
Yes.
It can be any job, not only smoke and sanity testing. Any job, you feel difficulty in doing it manually, then we go for automation. Really, you are working on a bigger size of project, we develop some script to verify all basic features are available or not. We can go for automation. If I am working on a small project, the smoke testing, sanity testing, I will do manually. Got it?
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you.
Finally, we can do it manually. You can also automate this process. If I am working on a small project, I do this job manually. When I am working on a bigger project, I'll write some code to automate it.
Okay, sir.
Right. Very beginning builds, just compiled builds, first version, second version, newly constructed builds, freshly constructed builds, not stable versions. You had a small check on these kind of applications, beginning versions, to confirm whether they were in a testable condition or not. It is called smoke testing. When the same activity carried out on the later versions, almost stable versions, it is called sanity testing. Done? Diagram done?
Hi, sir.
Yes.
If anyone asks to us if what is build, so how can I explain this? What is build?
Right. See, a Java developer, Python developer made some logic, say, some code is created. The code will be converted into executable format or not?
It is need to convert it in executable format.
Come again?
It is need to convert it in executable format because the developer does not provide their code
Code for
to
us.
test.
Right. Developer will not provide the code to testing, code to the end user, correct? See, there are many programs inside the source code of the project. All units are independently tested, unit testing. Programmer integrated the code and tested. To the developer knowledge, everything is fine. This code will be converted into one application. The executable format of the application, correct? This executable format of the application, they give a number 1.0. This is called a build. Understand the point? Java code or Python code or Android code will be converted into a application. The application given to testers. If we confirm, the application will be released to the market or end users. This kind of executable format of the system is called a build. Okay, now today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 programs. First version has 5 functionalities here. Okay. Tomorrow programmer added one more feature. Tomorrow programmer added one more code. Modified some code here. This is called binary format, right? This application has this updated thing. First version has this updated thing.
No.
No. Some changes made in the code. But this version, first version has binary format of the old code. After making changes, what developer will do now? Again, this code will be translated into application. Now to track it, he will create one more version, correct? He will create one more application. The number may be given like 2.0. It is having the output of the old code and it is having the output of the new version, new code. To track the version number, what is the old one, what is the new one, they maintain a numbering system that is nothing but build 1 and build 2 or build 3. Right. As it is must ask an interview question, what is the difference between smoke testing and sanity testing? Have a note. A quick test carried out, a quick test carried out on the beginning builds, on the beginning versions, a quick test carried out on the beginning versions, for your understanding, in brackets, unstable versions. Most of the beginning versions will be unstable only. If a quick test carried out on the beginning versions, unstable versions, to confirm they were in a testable condition or not, is called smoke testing. Is called smoke testing. Whereas the same quick test carried out on the later versions, in brackets, stable versions, to confirm whether they are eligible to continue further testing or not, whether they were eligible to continue further testing or not, is called sanity testing. Is called sanity testing. Okay? Make a small note here. After this, make a small note. Objective of doing smoke testing or sanity testing to make a decision whether the given build is eligible to continue further testing or not. Whether the given application, given build is eligible to continue further testing or not. Whether the given application eligible to continue further testing or not. Continuation. Not to find out defects. We are not doing this rough test to find out the bugs. We do this rough test to make a decision. First of all, the given project is in a testable position or not. Listen. Try to understand this once again. Further, we'll talk about this. What is this document? Test cases. We document, supposing maybe that Primus Bank project or any other project, we document what to test, how to test in a very detailed manner. First, check admin login by giving some valid inputs. Procedure available here. Check admin login with invalid inputs. We have documented the procedure. So in STLC, in our second module, we are going to learn how to write scenarios and how to write test cases. In manual testing, this is our major job. Okay. Check admin able to recover the password or not. Check admin able to reset the password or not. Check admin able to change the password or not. Check admin able to create a new employee or not. Something like this. Let's assume totally 100 different ideas, test cases are created to test a product functionalities. Check admin login with valid inputs. Check admin login with invalid inputs. Check new employee registration, something like this. Totally 100 test cases are prepared to test the features of the product. Okay, now the first version of the project is given, version 1.0. I started executing the test case 1. Yes, it is working. Admin login with valid inputs working. Pass. Check admin login with invalid data. System showing appropriate error message. Pass. Like this. 4 days of time I spent. I executed up to 40 test cases. Maybe here there are some minor issues also. Now, this test case number 41, check new customer registration in a banking project. I am executing this test case on the given bill. I encountered some major issue. Next to test cases, test case number 42, check deposit functionality. Test case number 43, check withdrawal functionality. Together, most of the remaining test cases I may not able to continue because of there is a issue at customer registration. Until unless this problem rectified, I cannot continue further testing. Means, now at this point of time, I communicated to my developer, my lead, there are many issues in the given product, I may not able to continue further. The time you spend to execute the first 40 test cases is a waste of time. Got it? To avoid this kind of risk, before we start executing the test cases for testing various features of the product, have a small check, first of all, whether it is in a testable condition or not. This approach is called smoke testing. Have a small check, all major features are available or not. We are not going to test anything in deep. Have a small check, all basic features are available so that I can able to execute these test cases. That approach is called smoke testing. The beginning version 1.0, version 1.1, version 2.0, in the very beginning versions, if I have a small check whether they were in a testable condition or not, then it is called smoke testing. Maybe build number, version number 21, the version number 22, I had a small check on these later versions, then it is called sanity testing. Clear, right? Why these many times I explained? 100% must ask an interview question. What is smoke testing? What is sanity testing? Will you explain what is the difference between smoke testing and sanity testing? One of the must asked interview question. You should be able to clearly demonstrate about smoke testing and sanity testing. For that reason, this many times I have explained. Here, the objective of doing this smoke testing, sanity testing, not finding the bugs, to make a decision given application is in a testable condition or not finding the bugs. Clear, right? Right. So take the next one. We are learning about various functional testing approaches. Take the next one. Formal testing. Formal testing. First, we will conclude formal testing. Connected terminology for this, but as of now, don't take it. After this, we'll talk about this. What is that? Ad hoc testing, nothing but informal testing. Ad hoc, nothing but informal testing. What is formal meaning generally? Formal, professionally doing something. Okay. Systematic way of doing a job can be called as formally doing it. The procedural way of doing it, a organized way of doing a job can be called as formally doing it. If you do as you wish, not following any procedure, not following proper process, not following any documentation, that is called informal. Listen. Big Bazaar. What they do, actually, what is their business? Or Walmart, you know. Kind of a supermarket business only, right? Grocery selling. Correct? Walmart basic business is selling the groceries, selling the vegetables, selling the day-to-day home needs to their customers. Retail business. Okay. In your street, corner bunk person also doing the same, right? Nearby your home, there's a small bunk, small shopkeeper also selling the groceries, right? Not only that Walmart or Ratndeep, Big Bazaar, small shopkeepers also selling into the same business. Walmart is doing the same business, selling the groceries. Our street corner shop person also selling the groceries. Walmart follow a systematic process of doing a business. This street corner shop person will not follow any process, correct? But two people are into same business. L&T constructing big infrastructure projects. For every work they do, they follow a very systematic approach. Small contractors will do off-kilometer bridges, small things. They do not follow proper procedures and all. Like, not only Infosys, not only Tech Mahindra, not only Accenture, Capgemini, there are many double bedroom, triple bedroom apartment software companies. You understand what I used? What I said? What I said? Double bedroom meaning? Small software companies who are running at small offices I'm talking about. Okay? Okay. Small software companies, startup companies. 10 employees, 20 employees working, 30 employees. They also doing software business only, right? Small startup company building some software products. Capgemini also into same business. Capgemini, software company. There are many startup companies also available who are into same business, software business. Got it? Okay. If I am working in a Capgemini, while testing a project inside a company like Capgemini or Infosys, you apply your own procedures?
No.
Will you apply your own methodologies? No. The Capgemini management, Infosys management defined a process. This is how we have to carry out testing in our company. First, understand the requirement. Neatly document what to be tested, write scenarios. Neatly document how to test each and every scenario, write test cases. Submit to your next level, senior person. Review the scenarios, review the test cases. Once the scenarios and review approved, Once the test cases are verified, approved, then only we start executing the test cases. You find a bug. Neatly, we have to document the bug, defect report, send to the development team. Then retesting, regression testing, many activities like this. If really testing carried out by following this process, proper documentation, it is called formal testing. Let's say you joined with a very startup company who are not following any process because they are dealing small local projects. In local projects for 40,000, 80,000, 1 lakh of rupees, they are developing small websites and all. Do you think they will follow a systematic process in development and testing? No. Their budget, their infrastructure will not permit to follow the process. Infosys company, big infrastructure company, they deal big clients. They charge in crores for the services. They follow a systematic methods. Startup organization who are dealing small local projects like online bus booking mobile app, small mobile app, a small gaming application, a small supermarket billing software. Do you think they will follow any process? No. In this scenario, how these small software company people will do? They develop the product, they test the product, but they do not follow any standard, they do not follow any procedures and proper documentation, but they are also doing software business. If you test a software application by following a certain process, proper documentation, then it is called formal testing. If you test as you wish, then it is called ad hoc testing, informal testing. Organized way of doing testing. The systematic way of doing testing is called formal testing, right? Like understanding the requirement, writing scenarios, writing test cases, executing test cases. If you really follow such process, it is called formal testing. You test as you wish, no documentation, nothing. Then it is called ad hoc testing. Understand the product, no scenarios, no test cases, but directly you start testing the product. That is called ad hoc testing, informal testing. In a CMM level 3, CMM level 4, CMM level 5 companies, very process-oriented organization, you see formal testing. Startup companies, you see ad hoc testing. Take it. Formal testing. Formal testing. If we test a software application, by following proper testing procedures and proper documentation like writing scenarios, writing test cases. Neatly we have to document what to test. Neatly we document how to test, then test. Okay? If you test a software application by following a certain process, by following proper documentation, then it is called formal testing. Then it is called formal testing. So listen. In our next module, what is that? STLC, Software Testing Life Cycle. Plan the work, understand the requirement, design scenarios and test cases, execute the test cases, test case execution, bug reporting. If you really follow all these activities for testing a product, then it is called formal testing. STLC is all about formal testing. STLC is all about formal testing. Make a note. STLC, Software Testing Life Cycle. Software Testing Life Cycle. Shortly, STLC is all about formal testing. Software Testing Life Cycle. Shortly, STLC is all about formal testing. Take the next one, ad hoc testing. Ad hoc testing. In brackets, informal testing. Ad hoc testing, nothing but informal testing. So what do you mean by informal? You tested as you wish, no procedures, no proper testing procedures followed, no proper documentation followed, but we are testing the product. Small project in startup companies, no scenarios, no test cases, but we directly test the product. Such approach is called ad hoc testing, informal testing. Make a note. If you test a software application, without following proper process, and documentation, no test case and nothing, and documentation, no process, no documentation, then it is called ad hoc testing. Systematic way of doing testing is called formal testing. You tested as you wish, because our company is a very startup company, because process demands lots of time and effort. Agree? If you really want to follow a process, documentation, time required, budget required. We are getting a small amount from the client. Following this kind of process not practically possible. They skip the process, but they develop the product, they test the product. See, seriously, when you talk about very startup companies who are developing the websites, small websites for a school, a website for a showroom, do you think they prepare SRS, FRS use cases and all? Do you think they prepare SRS, FRS, test cases? Development will not follow any process. Even QA also will not follow any process. But they are also doing software business. Startup companies who are dealing local small project, development will not follow any process. Even testing also will not carried out following a process. Such kind of testing approach is called ad hoc testing. In a very simple words, understanding the requirement, writing scenarios, writing test cases, reviewing the test cases, prioritizing the test cases, executing the test cases, bug reporting, retesting, regression testing. If really you follow this kind of process, it is called formal testing. Directly you tested without following any documentation, then it is called ad hoc testing. Clear about this? We learned 4 terminologies today related to functional testing: smoke testing, sanity testing, formal testing, and ad hoc testing. Please confirm these 4 points are understood. Right. I'll stop here today. Tomorrow I'll teach you about retesting, regression testing, system integration testing, and end-to-end testing. End-to-end testing. Okay? Retesting, regression testing, system integration testing, and end-to-end testing. These 4 terminologies we'll discuss tomorrow. Clear about this? See, these types of testing are very, very important to crack your first level of interview. Any interview generally starts with types of testing questions. Whether you are a fresher or giving experience on your profile, any testing interview will start with types of testing questions. What is retesting? What is regression testing? What is the difference between retesting and regression testing? What is smoke testing? What is sanity testing? What is the difference between smoke testing and sanity testing? By asking this kind of very basic question, they conduct a smoke test on you. Understood? Interview will conduct a smoke test on you, whether this candidate is eligible to continue further interview or not. You are not able to answer with this basic question, interview will feel it's a waste of my time continuing the interview. They will say, I'll get back to you. Story over. Okay? So first, if you want to pass the first level of interview, you should be able to demonstrate all these types of testing questions properly. For that reason, very slowly I am learning this. Repetitively I am explaining this, because I know where to focus more. It is interview winning mechanism. Clear about it? Thank you. We continue tomorrow. Thank you, online team. We'll continue tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I log off here. Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.